Now let's chant the opening prayer. Close your eyes, sit in a comfortable position and keep your hands in Namaste Mudra. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar everyone. Welcome to our college YouTube channel. I am Priya Thakur, Assistant Professor in Commerce Department and also yoga practitioner. So today we are here in this channel for celebrating our World Yoga Day on June 21st. First, I want to thank our college for making this day also possible through this virtual platform, and we can reach to the many people in this channel and create the awareness about it. So what is yoga? We know about this World Yoga Day, and I really thank that our Prime Minister has created the awareness about this Yoga Day and started celebrating it as International Yoga Day every year since 2014. So what is yoga? Usually many people have a confusion or like a feeling like only meditation, closing eyes and sitting in one position is yoga. But we doesn't know actual meaning of yoga and why yoga has that much prominent place, and we should be very happy and proud telling that yoga is first started in our country. It is having in our country. We should be proud about that. Yoga has the awareness first in our country and later it spread over all over the world. So today let's talk about the importance of yoga. As I said, what is yoga? In Bhagavad Gita, in many books by Sri, by Sadhguru and by Patanjali, many people have created the meaning for yoga. But in a simple manner to understand, you should know the inner journey, your self journey from your inside, your internal journey, how it is happening, you are going to understand through yoga. Many people think yoga is also a kind of an exercise which we do in the morning and sweat, work out and we are fine. But it is not that way. Maybe a gym kind of an activity is what you are concentrating on your muscle power, or you are sweating a lot with lots of counts and time duration. But yoga is not like you are doing an exercise with the counts. You are doing according to your breath. When you breathe in, you are going to do many kind of asanas and breathe out with many kind of asanas. You are going to understand the importance of breathe here through yoga. Because we breathe. Without breathe, we are not even alive in this world, right? But this breathe importance you are going to understand when you start doing yoga. And once you start doing yoga, proudly I can tell you will become addicted to it. And this is a good addiction for our health, which can remove all other bad addictions which we are getting in this world. It can be a negative thoughts, it can be bad habits, we can tell any alcohol or any kind of activities which are not good for our health. All those things will be gone once you get addicted to yoga. And as I am practicing since 7 years, I have understood so many changes I have seen in myself. First thing which I got to see in myself is anger management. We get a lot of anger when we are upset, we feel like throwing something, we feel like shouting at someone. But when you start performing yoga, you will understand that the anger is for a minute itself. But in this anger, you are hurting many people, which is not right. And that condition, that viewpoint, that maturity or that level of understanding, you are going to understand through the help of yoga. And these days, not only elder people we can tell, even the kids, even the school kids are getting stressed. What is this stress? It's very easy to tell, right? I am stressed, I can't do this work, I am upset today. Why we are seeing the stress even in the kids now? And yes, When we talk about current situation, we have to tell about COVID also, where everyone is being at home, getting pissed off, like they are losing their activity, they are losing their sleeping disorders, everything they are getting because they are not having any kind of an activity in the house. So by performing yoga, you are going to understand the importance of your workout or an activity which you are missing throughout the day, or going outside and doing some activity. So stress, you can even get relief through this stress by doing the yoga. How is this possible? Meditation. Many people think that meditation is just closing your eyes and for 10-15 minutes you put any music and you're done with meditation. But not. It's not that way. It's about concentrating on one thing. Maybe sometimes when you concentrate on your one problem while meditating, you are going to get a solution for it. And meditation is all your body parts in a relaxation position. By closing your eyes, you are going to disconnect from all the surroundings and concentrate on what you are thinking right now. And this meditation is not possible by many people. They can't even sit for so long in one posture. They start getting aches. They will feel pain in their spine, or they feel terrible pain in their shoulders. After some time they'll relax like this, or they will feel like, I can't sit. They'll keep moving from one position to the other position, because at that time they are fully stressed. When you are stressed, you can't sit in one position very calmly. But meditation is going to help you from that, and there are many asanas where you can understand the importance of the yoga. So I want to tell that everyone has to get yoga as their part of life, where they are understanding the importance of health. I'm happy that in this situation, many people are getting to know that health is very important and you have to know about health. And yoga is the best way to know about yourself, and then you are definitely going to understand about the importance of health, and you are going to give that health to everyone in your family by practicing yoga. So this World Yoga Day, let's everyone take the pledge that you are going to start doing yoga every day. It can be a morning or evening, but you are going to make it your part of your life, and you are going to make your life very healthy. So always, if you want to love yourself, don't only pamper yourself with gifts or with buying something, but giving yourself a good health, you can love yourself more, and you can pamper yourself by keeping all your body parts healthy. So let's do yoga and get that healthy life and make our whole world a healthy world, and let's get rid of this COVID-19 very soon. So happy World Yoga Day to everyone, and let's celebrate this day with a lots of positive energy, and not only one day, every day we'll make it a healthy day and lead our life very happily. So in this COVID pandemic situation, we all are suffering with a lots of mental stress and a lots of problems related to health issues, right? So in this, the importance of pranayama comes here, and even doctors are telling that you have to follow the pranayama practice for your breathing exercise, which is good for your lungs, and it may increase the lungs capacity also. So on this occasion of Yoga Day, let's know the importance of a breath, which we are alive with that. So let's understand the importance of breath through the pranayama. Okay, so let's start our first pranayama, which is very simple, which we are going to do it with little forceful breath out, where we can create the warmness in our body. Because right now we are in the rainy season, soon we will enter into the winter season, and our body will always be cool. So to make it warm and to understand the warmness in our body and to feel the warmness, we should do this pranayama practice. So for that, let's sit in the Vajrasana. Just fold your legs, sit on your knees completely sit, where you are putting your hips also onto the feet, not on the sitting on the heels. Completely sit it on your feet. Okay, so yeah, this is called a Vajrasana. It's very comfortable when you sit like this, and your knees and your thighs also will get a nice stretch here. Okay, so let's do the pranayama. Keep your hands this way. Always keep your hands towards the ceiling, towards the sky in the nature. And now let's start. Fold your wrist and keep it near your chest first. Okay, now let's breathe in. Raise your hands up completely. Breathe out with a force. So This we can continue for 10 counts, like breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So this is called the forceful. When you are forcing your breath, you will create the warmness, the heat in our body. And this is called Bhastrika Pranayama, which is very good for the warmness in our body, and everybody can perform. Only the people who are suffering with the diabetes or sugar, blood pressure, they can't perform this pranayama. They feel little dizziness in their mind when they are doing the forceful breathe out. Even the cold, the person who are suffering with cold also can try this, because your nostrils will get a clarity. The blockage in the nostrils also will clear when you are doing this particular pranayama. So this pranayama we can do in 3 sets. Each set you can do 10 counts. So like that we are going to do 30 counts. So once more time I will show you people, you can practice that. Keep your wrist closed like this, and always remember we are closing first our thumb finger and then the 4 fingers, which is called Adi Mudra, to get the power. Okay, so we are in this mudra now. Let's start. Breathe in, breathe out. So this is the first pranayama, which is very important in our regular practice. And any age people can do this. Old people may also feel little stress when breathing out. They can do it slowly with the tendency not to create the more breathe out with force. They can do slowly, like this way also they can do in the starting initial stage, and later they can speed up. So it's good for everyone, and I hope everyone will do this pranayama as their regular practice once they wake up in the morning. Now let's do the second pranayama, which is very good for our nostrils, where we are going to concentrate completely on our 2 nostrils, how good they are functioning. We will come to know through this pranayama. That is called Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, where we are going to understand completely the functioning of our nostrils. And mainly many people know about this pranayama, I guess, because in YouTube videos you might have seen, but we doesn't follow, or we may get confused sometime like how to do. Okay, let me show that, and let me show the advantage of this when you are doing, how you feel. Okay, so first we are keeping our hands towards the sky, and keep your left hand in Chin Mudra, that is touching your index finger and your thumb finger. Just tip of your finger touch, and this is called Chin Mudra. And we are keeping the left hand in Chin Mudra and right hand in Vishnu Mudra, where we are touching our finger ring with the thumb. This is finger ring and this is thumb. This is called Vishnu Mudra, and with this Vishnu Mudra we are going to perform the Nadi Shodhana. Okay, so keep your hands in reverse manner, not this way, this way. Okay, when you are doing this way, your finger ring will come onto your left nostril. You can close it with your finger ring. Breathe in from your right nostril. Close it with the thumb. Release it from the other nostril. Again breathe in from this nostril only. Close. Release. If you look at, you can see, normally when you perform this only, you can feel a little peace in your mind, because you are only concentrating on your nostrils, nothing else. You will only concentrate on your breath, not even your surrounding. Always remember, once we close our eyes, it means that we are getting disconnected with all over the surrounding, and we are only concentrating about our inner peace, about our inner activity, what is going inside us. So in this particular Nadi Shodhana, you are going to understand about the 2 nostrils, whether they are very clear or not. When you are performing, when you are closing one nostril and releasing with the other nostril, you will understand. If there is any blocking in the nose, or any kind of disturbance you are getting in your nostril while you are breathing, or any kind of discomfort you feel, you will understand. And then you can concentrate more what is wrong with you. Because normally when you sit and breathe, we don't understand, because normal our breathing will be going through the nostrils and we will release from the nostrils. Only we will feel heaviness when we run or when we do some heavy activity, then we feel like we are breathing from our mouth, because we will be like this way. But we doesn't know how particularly our nostrils are functioning. So this Nadi Shodhana will help us to create the clarity in our nostrils by doing the left side and right side, closing either the way. Okay, so one time again I am going to show you people. Keep this left hand in the Chin Mudra. This is in Vishnu Mudra, and we are putting it reverse like this. Breathe in, close, breathe out from the other nostril. Again, breathe in from here, close, breathe out. Once you are done with your breathing exercise, keep your palm again open towards the ceiling. Just do the normal breathe in, breathe out. Just come to the calmness, come to the normal posture. We are doing it breathe in, breathe out for 2 counts.
Now let's start doing Surya Namaskara. All of you come onto the top of the mat. Stand in Namaskara Mudra. Close your eyes. Let's chant for Lord Surya. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now stretch your hands back. Breathe in, Hasta Uttanasana. Slowly breathe out. Bend your lower back, touch your feet, Padahastasana. Breathe in, take your right leg back and look forward, Ashwasanchalasana. Now breathe out, go to mountain posture, Adho Svanasana or Parvatasana. From there, breathe in, come to Falakasana, plank position. Then slowly breathe out, be flat on the mat. Only raise your hips, remaining all the parts on the floor, Ashtangasana. Then slowly breathe in, raise up to navel and look up, Bhujangasana. Then slowly breathe out, again go to Adho Svanasana, mountain posture. Breathe in, get your right leg front and look forward, Ashwasanchalasana. Breathe out, touch your feet, Padahastasana. Breathe in, stretch your hands back, Hasta Uttanasana. Then breathe out, come to Namaste position. So now we have done on the right side. Now let's do it on the left side. Come to Namaskar position. Raise your hands, stretch back, Hasta Uttanasana. Breathe in. Then slowly breathe out. Bend your lower back, touch your feet, Padahastasana. Breathe in, take your left leg back, look forward, Ashwasanchalasana. Breathe out, go to mountain posture, Adho Svanasana or Parvatasana. Breathe in, come to Falakasana, plank position. Breathe out, slowly flat on the mat. Raise only your hips part. Then breathe in, raise up to navel position, Bhujangasana. Breathe out, again go to mountain posture, Parvatasana. Breathe in, take your left leg front, look forward, Ashwasanchalasana. Then slowly breathe out, get your other leg front, touch your feet, Padahastasana. Breathe in, hands stretch back, Hasta Uttanasana. Then slowly breathe out and come back to Namaste position. So this is the complete one set of Surya Namaskara where we are covering on right side and on the left side.
Now we are going to see 3 more asanas that relate to cervical spondylosis. So everybody, those who are working now, mostly work on computers. They sit near the computers for long hours, which gives them a pain in the neck. So here we go. So we have 3 asanas for that. One is called Bhujangasana, Gomukhasana and Garudasana. So how to do these 3, I am just going to show you. The first one is Bhujangasana. For this particular one, We are going to put your legs straight, hands to the sides, then take your hands towards the chest and raise your head as much as you can. Inhalation and exhalation should go on. This asana is going to help you to straighten your backbone and release your muscles at the back. Again, bend down. So again, you can lift as much time as you can. You can have a count for 30 or 60. Now this is the first asana for cervical spondylosis. Then we have the next one, Gomukhasana. So for Gomukhasana, we have to first sit straight, then just take your left leg onto the right leg and see to it that both of them are going to be like this. Both your knees must be in straight. Keep your body straight. Then if you just see your hands, you have to lock the hands from behind. So I'm just going to put my left hand, because I have taken the left leg on the top. So I'm just going to take it to the back. Then right hand, I'm going to lock it at the back. So the locking will be done at the back. So you can see here, inhalation and exhalation should go on. Keep your body straight. So as much time as you can, you have to be in this posture. This is going to make your muscles near the shoulders and the neck, they will get released and your cervical pain is going to be reduced. So slowly unlock your hands, just bring them down. Then whatever the locking you have given for the legs, just remove them. The same posture, we are going to do it from the other leg. So again, put your right leg on the left. So sit like this first. So straighten your body. Now right hand is going to go back and we are going to lock it from behind. So as much as possible, the locking should go on and we are going to lock it. If locking is not possible, you can just touch the fingers. Inhale and exhalation should not be stopped. Then slowly release it. Then remove the locking of the legs. Then take a deep breath. Release it. Then we have the third asana for cervical spondylosis, that is Garudasana. For Garudasana, we are going to stand. We are going to go to the standing position. Now this is the easy asana because we are just going to stand and lock our hands. Just see how I am going to do. I am just going to bring my both hands. Suppose first left hand is up. So my left hand is going to be up, and you are going to just touch your shoulders. Now see, I am going to pull my shoulders. See, it is like a V shape. Now pull them as front as possible. So this is going to give relief to your shoulders and your neck. Never tighten your neck. Loosen it and relax it. Inhale and exhale as much as possible. Slowly remove your both fingers, put them down. Take a deep breath. Release it. Again breathe.
Vrikshasana is also called as tree pose. It belongs to standing and balancing category. It helps in focusing and building concentration. It works on your strengthening of your shoulders, your muscles, your back, and it also helps in relaxation of your shoulders. Thank you.
Nataraj Asana improves focus and builds concentration. It also aids in strengthening arms, hips, legs and back. Lastly, it helps to improve the posture of the body and digestion. Thank you.
Padahastasana, also known as hand to feet pose. Its benefits are increases flexibility in the spine and tunes the nerves. It helps to reduce the excess fat in our belly. It helps to have a proper digestion in our stomach and helps to reduce the constipation.
Mudrasana benefits. It activates the Manipura chakra, it massages the abdominal organs and also helps in removing the constipation. It stretches the spine and neck. Regular practice of this asana helps in alleviating the respiratory disorders and also improves the lung capacity. It relaxes the mind by giving good blood circulation to the brain.
Hello guys, this asana is called Paschimottanasana. The benefits of this asana are it strengthens the armchair muscles and increases the flexibility of the spinal cord and hip joints. It removes the excess fat in the abdominal region. It stimulates the circulation to the nerves and the muscles of the spine. It calms the brain and relieves the stress and anxiety and the headache, etc. Thank you.
Now let's close this session by a closing prayer. Let's make our mind very calm and peace with this prayer. All of you keep your hands in Namaste Mudra. Close your eyes. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So in this closing prayer, we are telling that all the around people, all the world people should be happy and they should be very comfortable wherever they are. So we want the happiness all around us. Only if we think we are happy, we are not actually happy. If all the surrounding is happy, then obviously you will also have a smile on your face. So let's pray for everyone's happy life and let's pledge that once again that our Yoga Day has created that awareness in all of us. We are going to continue this every day and make it a part of our life. Once again, a happy World Yoga Day to everyone.